Hello, hello, hello. A hearty welcome to you all, Zoom participants, YouTube participants, on day 21 of our 21-day Europe course. This is exciting, but it's not the end. It's the end of the first session, and what is going to happen next, we get to in a minute. My name is Sia. I'm originally from Austria, from Europe, and I'm over here in America, calling in from Austin, Texas, where we do not have evening right now, we have lunchtime. So this just shows how huge our team is and how connected. And this is the beauty about Sahaja Yoga meditation, is this big family of volunteers who helps build this course, do in-person classes and more. At this point, we really want to thank everyone involved. Now there are people who are behind the scenes, many volunteers who happily join us, which you don't ever see, maybe here and there a little bit hear of. There are people who organize the chat. There are people who make sure the Zoom call goes smoothly without interruptions. Breakout room help, mentors who are there to support you, people who create the slideshows, who make sure we have, it's actually quite organized, you may not believe, but in all this spontaneity that is going on, we do have a little bit of a plan how to get you all further and how to help you all to find yourself and to meditate. So a big thank you to all the volunteers, to all the tech group people, to everyone involved, to all the musicians who supported the program, to all the MCs and meditation leads, and all the other countries that have supported too. America has been supporting Europe program. We have also 21 days in Hebrew, in Spanish, that Australians were before us. So it's growing and it's fantastic. So before we go on to what happens next, let's get our foot soak bowls ready. So if you're here for the first time, a foot soak is a little plastic bowl we only use for our foot soak. Have some water in it, ideally lukewarm to cool, a handful of salt, and either a paper towel or a towel to wipe your feet after you rinse them with fresh water. Let's get that ready and let's talk about our upcoming course schedule. So we have a 2-week break. 2 weeks break. That doesn't mean we stop meditation. That means we prepare for the second session, in which we go a little bit deeper, in which we revisit topics that we have already spoken about in more depth. It's going to be very exciting. We start and meet back in April 9th. You will see that we all only meet on Sunday and Wednesday. And it's going to be at the same time at 8 p.m. Central Time. So please, what will we be doing in those 2 weeks that we're waiting for the course? Well, you have the website with all the recorded sessions. If you missed a session, if you want to redo a session, please visit the website. Sometimes even I go to YouTube directly because I look at the channel. All the materials are on there. We're going to go through the website briefly at the end of this session. But you have the music, the recordings, you have handouts, you have everything you need to support your morning meditation, which I really encourage all of you to try out. Give it a 10-minute to half an hour in the morning, even if you just stay in silent meditation, and see how your day goes. And in the evening, finish with a foot soak. That is our recommendation. What else do we have? We have the help of our mentors. Get in touch with your mentor. If you haven't yet chosen or requested a mentor, keep an eye on the chat, and you can sign up for a person who will be there answering your questions, maybe meeting you outside in whenever your time is available, to give you support in meditation and meditate with you, help you clear your energy centers, give you individual advice on what you can do. There is also a wonderful website called We Meditate, and wemeditate.com. wemeditate.com. Go on that website, have a look. It will help you find a center where you can go to in-person classes, which, by the way, are also free of charge. Everything is always free of charge in Sahaja Yoga because people are keen to teach you. And if you do not find your center on wemeditate.com, then go to Google. Google Sahaja Yoga. That's how I found it here in Austin. That's how we got in touch. So if you're here for the first time, if this is your first time absolutely fine. You can go back and review all the classes that we've already had, watch them back to back on the website. Again, request a mentor to help you get up to speed, or join in the end in a breakout room. We have up to 10 different languages that are going to support you in your meditation in a one-to-one setting, and you can ask all the questions you have. There will be at the very end also a course survey, couple of questions. It would really help us if you stay for that and if you answer, so we can improve and better prepare for session 2, which again starts when? April 9th. We're currently in week 3. Week 3, thoughtless awareness through meditation. I hope many of you or all of you have already touched a little bit on that thoughtless moments that hopefully have shaped your day. Yesterday we covered ego, superego, and today the topic is literally, this is just the beginning, because this is by far not the end. It's the beginning of our journey of self-discovery. Our agenda for today. As usual, we have a wonderful presenter today with us who will guide us through meditation and the foot soak, followed by an excerpt of a speech by the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji, about 10 minutes long, and then followed by a little bit of silent meditation and beautiful live music by a fantastic artist who is currently residing in France. And at the end, we have our Q&A and our breakout room, so stay for that. I would love to invite all my colleagues and friends and family members, I want to call you, into this screen, please. Who do we have here? Da-da-da-da-dum. Nicola from Italy. Hello. Hello, Nicola. So
Ciao, everyone.
hi, Ajit. Ajit's in
Okay.
France. Hello. So good to see you. How have you been? Nicola, tell me a little bit about, maybe you have a little message even for our seekers, what they can be doing in the
Well,
next.
we met on March 8th, which was my birthday, and so I was with you the first
That's true.
day of these 21 days, and I'm here with you on the last, which we know is just the beginning, as I was saying. And to be honest, I don't have so much to say because I've heard this musician, which is here with us today, quite a few times, and I'm excited myself. I'm really looking forward to that. So, as said, we're all sharing a journey together, and as Sia was saying, we kind of feel we're all family members as humankind between us and with all of the new people. So, thank you again for joining us, and we hope you enjoy and learn from this as much as we learn and enjoy this.
So true, so true. We learn even more, right? Ajit, you're here for the
Thank
first
you.
time. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tell us a little bit about you and your instrument.
Thank you very much. So thank you, Nicola. Yes, so both Nicola and Sia, I know them for a while now. We are all staying in different countries. Nicola is in Italy, I'm in France, but off and on we have met in the past as well, and it's been lovely to see you on this online here. And thank you for calling me for this 21-day adventure, which is so exciting and so lovely and so very deep. So let me talk about my instrument, which I'll play. This is the sarangi, which is an ancient instrument from India. It is a bowed instrument, so we have a bow which is quite unlike the violin bow. It's a bit heavy, and this is an instrument which is made of a single block of wood, and it's a very ancient instrument, traditionally played. The traces in the musical books you can find in India date back to almost the 12th century. Of course, this is not that old. This is about 70, 80-year old. And the main thing about this instrument is you play on these three main strings with this bow. But behind these three main strings, there are about 35 strings which are sympathetic strings, which are tuned to different notes, and they resonate when you play on that. Whenever the note touches, the corresponding strings will resonate, and you sort of
Sympathetic means that you touch a string and the others spontaneously start to
that's correct.
reverberate, right?
That's correct. Yeah. So, and that gives a sort of a audio amplification, which resonates and continues to keep the sound alive. And so you will hear it. And tonight, during the meditation, I'll play um, 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 sort of a music which would bring you further deeper into meditation, hopefully.
Sarangi is an incredibly meditative, soothing instrument, in my opinion, and it's a fun fact maybe for people who shouldn't maybe paying too much attention and looking at you play, but meditating. But if you do glimpse, you may see that he's playing on the back of his nails, right? So that's a very unusual thing to do. So, and he's not amplified. Whatever you hear, this echo is the instrument itself. So it's a magical instrument. We're looking forward to hearing you, Ajit,
Thank you. Thank you very
later.
much.
So let's get started with our meditation. Nicola, please guide us into meditation.
Good. So as today is the 21st step of this journey, it's important to go back from what we saw in day one, and the difference between doing meditation, which is what we're doing here, and the state of meditation, which is what we would like to achieve through the practice of meditation. And very often this has to do with the attention, because in reality, the state of meditation is a state of attention, is when our attention is connected with our spirit, is connected with our highest, our deepest part of ourselves. So we are in meditation when we are kind of tuned in, to keep up this metaphor of music, with the essence of the universe within us. And that's the state, is actually a state of awareness, but it's a state of an attention. So what do we do when we do meditation? We are actually training our attention to then being in the state after. So in these 21 days, you have been guided many times by different peoples, different countries. You've seen many different styles as well. And what is important in this break we are taking is to take a moment for yourself. Actually, this is not really a break, but is a moment that you have been given to practice and sediment everything that you've been absorbing, and seeing what actually works for you. We're all different. You might resonate with some techniques more than some others. So it's very important that in these days you just sit down, relax, take your time to practice, see what works and what not, and really make it yours. Because for us is something we enjoy to do. We want to spread it. It's free, so it's just for you to take and see what you would like to go deeper with. We can, I think, start without further ado with our foot soak and the meditation, which will follow just after. I hope you all have the bucket ready. Again, we remind the bucket with the water, the salt, a towel, so we can all just start by putting our feet into the bucket. Once our feet are inside the water and we are in position, we can all close our eyes. We just start to take a few deep breaths. And we remember this is a moment we are taking for ourselves. And together, as we learned in the previous lessons, we can raise our Kundalini and give ourselves the bandhan. We start by observing our breath the same way we would observe waves on the shores. The waves comes and go from the ocean to the shore, and we see them coming and bouncing back. And the air does the same. It reaches the shores of our being to then go back. And we just observe this play that remind us we are connected to the whole. We are not separated from this planet, from its elements. Our feet in the water, the air flowing through us, and the fire of our desire within. We can put our right hand on our heart and we just connect with this desire. What brought us here today? What is our motivation? And we take a moment also to be grateful to this desire we have. Not everyone actually has this desire to grow spiritually, to discover more, to connect with his or her own heart. So we can just thank this desire that somehow we have been blessed with to reside within us and to actually be co-responsible for us being here this evening. And with this attention, this desire, we can say inside, I want, I wish to perceive the absolute within me. Please, Mother Kundalini, make me feel your presence. Spark some light within me so that I can see all of the love I can be capable of. All of the wonder my heart could manifest. And we just say a few times, I am a universal being. I am connected with the whole. We can bring both our hands towards the Mother Earth. And we just ask to this Mother Nature, please absorb all the heaviness of the day, all the tensions that I accumulated in the past. and all the fears I have for the future. That's the same way this planet takes dead leaves and branches from the trees and absorb them into new life and transform them. The same gravity, if we relax, has the power of taking from us everything which is dead, everything which is unnecessary. So that now that is spring, we're also ready to channelize our energy on our central channel, on our axis, on our gravity point. And we can ask within, Mother, please give me gravity. Mother, please help me be rooted in my center so that I cannot be shaken by events, but I can just observe them as a witness. We can also feel the water under our feet sucking out. And absorbing all that is unnecessary. We can leave the right hand down and the left hand, we place it on our knee with the palm upwards. Mother, please make me innocent like a child. Let me only desire that which is good for the humankind, good for myself. Let me only desire that which is real, which is eternal. Too often we trade off short-term satisfaction for long-term bliss. So here we can just again connect with this energy, the essence of life within us. And direct our desire to our own goodness. We can bring the right hand to our forehead. And we relax our head on our hand. As if we are surrendering all our thoughts. And the head can finally relax. There's no effort in our neck. And here we just pray within. We just express this desire to be humble. To be aware there is so much we don't know that we have yet to discover. We just acknowledge that the universe is so vast and we are but a drop in the ocean. Mother, I am but a drop in the ocean. Everything that seems so worrying, so important, so urgent, is just in reality a drop in the ocean. If we don't acknowledge there is so much we do not know with humility, we are like a cup which believes it's full and doesn't allow any more water to get in. While if we feel ourselves as an empty cup, we are ready to welcome so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much love. Mother, please give me humility. So that there is space to grow in my being. We can raise our right hand on the top of our head. And here we put a gentle pressure. The same way as if we are planting a seed and we want to secure it, we want to protect it. This pressure is nothing but an act of love. We are not squeezing it, but we also cannot allow it to be dispersed. So we just press gently so that the seed can properly be planted. The seed of our attention can properly find its spot here. And as if the seed is slowly blossoming, we can slowly raise our hand so that the petals of our Sahasrara can unfold between our head and our hand. And we keep the attention in this space on the highest part of our being, which is beyond our body and even beyond our mind. We rest our attention for a little more in this space of silence. And keeping the attention up here, we can slowly raise our right hand so that both our hands are on our knees with the palms up, but our attention stays up there. It's like if we are sitting on the top of a mountain and from there we can see everything, but we're not affected by it. And in this state, we again bring the right hand on our heart and we express the gratitude for everything that we have been learning in these 21 days, for the beautiful people that took their time so lovingly to create this experience just out of love without asking anything in return. You'll have families, jobs, but they're here to reflect this love, the love of the Kundalini. And we also express this love for Shri Mataji, who brought all of them together and who gifted us with these techniques to make our lives more colorful. And we also thank ourselves and our spirit. Very often we follow all of the impulses of our mind who brings us here and there, but we forget our heart. We ignore its needs. So we're just very thankful for taking a moment to nourishing our heart, nourishing our spirit, for giving us the time to express the best of ourselves, the best of who we are. We can bring back the hand on our knee, and we just, before opening our eyes, we just put attention on our hands. What do they feel? If there is some particular sensation. You don't try to feel anything. We just see what spontaneously is registered and recorded by our subtle system. And as we're gonna meditate again with this beautiful musician in a short time, and we hope we're gonna keep out into this meditation state with these words of wisdom by Shri Mataji, aware that this is just the beginning of our meditation, but we're gonna sustain this state for the next part of the course. We can together raise our Kundalini, give ourselves some abundance, and then wash our feet with the water and leave the buckets aside. So you don't need to empty the foot sock right away. You can just leave it aside for now. And if you can put the slides with the hands, it just remind you, you don't have to learn all of this connection between fingers and chakras by heart, but it's good to know so that whenever, if you're meditating, you feel like a very strong sensation, or sometimes it's also more subtle, specifically just in one finger, you can try to see what that finger is connected with, and build this knowledge based on your own experience. So no need to just mentally study all of this, but you can slowly, learn it based on what you feel. Again, you don't need to believe in anything, but you test it. So you try to see, is it always the same finger? Does it change? What is that finger? So that chakra related with, and you can try to see if, this resonate with what is your experience, and if you find some truth behind this knowledge. Inviting you to keep the state of meditation and practice again this state of attention. So keeping the attention inside on our Sahasrara, on our spirit. We can now watch Shri Mataji's speech, trying to really absorb it from our spirit. Thank you, everyone, for this moment together.
The lecture can go on because on the spirit I must have given at least, I don't know, about at least 100 lectures so far only on the subject of spirit. So it's an endless job. And every time I say something, people say, Mother, you have said something very new. So the knowledge is endless, but you become the knowledge. You yourself become the knowledge and you start understanding it. Only thing is, you must have assiduity, respect for yourself, and the importance of responsibility, that you have to be the spirit. That's why you have come on this earth as human beings at this time. This time is very precious, and it's not a fashion to be a seeker, but it's something that has to happen to all of you. Yesterday you people asked me many questions, and I think I answered most of them. Some of them were very good questions, but some of them were a little very simple, I think, but nobody was aggressive. But on the whole, I think that maybe San Diego is a place from where we may be able to save America. I didn't have any program anywhere in Los Angeles or anything, but I came to San Diego. But you have to know that if this is the place, we have to get people who are of that quality. I don't know when are we going to get them, but I hope we get those people of that quality. Even a small nail can hold a sari. In the same way, a little place looking like San Diego can save America. May God bless you. So we'll have the experience now. It will take about 5 minutes for you, because if all the chakras are discussed, already the attention is on that. It's very simple to put your hands towards me.
Everyone slip off their shoes again.
It's better. You've done a good job. Just put your hands towards me. Just like this. Left. Now left hand towards me and right hand towards the Mother Earth. We'll give you a balance. You need not close your eyes just now. Let's see. Put your right hand towards the Mother Earth. As I told you yesterday, left side is our conditioning. Conditioning, subconscious and collective subconscious. Very much at work here. But also is an emotional side. Now put your right hand towards me and left hand towards the sky. Right hand towards me. Right hand towards me like this.
Left hand towards the back.
Are you feeling the cool breeze in the hand? You are already thoughtless, there is no thought. But just see if you are feeling the cool breeze. Much better. Are you? Let's see. Are you feeling any cool breeze in the hand? Alright, now put your left hand on top of your head. Just here, fontanelle bone area. Are you feeling? It's a very subtle thing. Are you? Pay attention. Working out. Good? Alright, now change over. See the left hand with the right hand. Just pay attention there. See. Believe that you are the spirit. So just you have to say in your heart, I am the spirit. In your heart. Say it 7 times. It will work out. Release it. Is it alright? Are you feeling the heat coming out? Little heat. Alright. Now turn. Change. See now. Right Swadhisthana. Alright? There? Amazing. Now just see if it is working. Cool breeze. Feel it. Just put your hands like this. It's good. You're all thoughtless. If you see there's no thought in your mind. And complete silence. Enjoy this. This moment is going to transform your life. Take it from me. You may not realize today, but you'll realize it very soon. Strong. Have faith in yourself. That's the main thing. It's beautiful. Now all those who are feeling the cool breeze in the hand or in the head, from the head, please raise your hands, both the hands like this. Could you believe it? Most of you. May God bless you. Except for 1 or 2. Maybe you have come for the first time. Have you come for the first time? Alright. Maybe. We'll see you. It's not difficult. Today is a very powerful day. It's worked out. Now know that you have found it. But establish yourself. This is very important is to establish. Luckily you have a very good center here. We have to work it out through San Diego. From this side and from New Jersey, from the other side. We have to work it out. All of you must remember that you have got your realization. I don't want to take any promises from you because I depend on your spirit. Respect it. Respect your realization. Respect yourself. Now you will find you have a purpose in life. And just understand how this divine power works and how we can manage it and control it, how we can maneuver it and how it works in the larger interest, in the higher interest, in the nobler interest, in the righteous life. You become that and others also become. May God bless you.
So with our hands open, just for a minute like this, and our eyes closed, let's keep 1 minute of silence. And when the music starts, we can drop our hands still open on our lap and just see what happens if we can go thoughtless through just listening to the music without any judgment or thought. Just enjoy the flow. Ajit's music is so powerful. You can feel on your hands this cool breeze dancing. Let's just stay in this thoughtless moment for a minute. And I invite you to feel over your head if you feel cool coming out, or maybe initially a little warm is fine. Try different distances as well. Yet at the same time, you keep your attention all the time up here. Whatever you hear, whatever you see, should stay up there. Now let's switch hands. You can bring them down again. To finish our meditation for now, let us raise our Kundalini one more time, tying one knot the first time. We do it with all our full attention. 2 knots the second time. And one more time for the third energy channel. 1, 2, 3 knots, and keep the attention tied up there. Left hand open on your lap, and with the right hand all the way to your left hip, let's draw a half circle of protection for each of these energy centers 7 times. So 2 and back, 3 and back, 4, 5, 6, 7. I hope you had a wonderful experience. I did. And I'm going to give you a little homework right now. Whilst I say all these new announcements, you still stay thoughtless. You keep your attention on top of your head. Let's try this out. I'll keep them short. We meet back again in 2 weeks. You know what to do. You meditate, you go deeper, you use the websites to go deeper until then. But we meet on April 9th for the Sunday and Wednesday sessions, and it runs until June 18th. And again, that's not the end either, but more to come later. 8 p.m. Central Time, same slot, same link, same everything. Have a look at our We Meditate website for more information, to find classes in person, online classes, and more. And whilst you're still thoughtless, let's fill in the course survey. You can find it in the chat that has been kindly added by our helper. Fill in, take your time, there's no rush. It will help us to improve our course. If you haven't done so, request a mentor, a person that can help you with meditation questions. And you can join our WhatsApp community. You will get little messages, reminders, you can have discussions. And on the website freemeditation.com.au, because it was started in Australia, we have our own section for Europe. Maybe we can have a brief look at it, still in thoughtless awareness. If you are ready to share, please, we can have a brief look at the website. Here we go. All the classes, all the YouTube links embedded beautifully by our master IT people, week by week. Week 1, 2, 3. Can you see? Here we have week 3 open. You can see the days. We're here on day 21. This is just the beginning, and you have here the YouTube link. There you go. Course materials, charts, all the exercises we did, you can try them here. Don't feel overwhelmed. See what fits, what works for you. Go into the resources, try them again, and see what works for you. You got to find your individual path. And you also have music there. See at the bottom? Meditation, music. Try. See what works. Are we at the end? One more slide. I forgot. There we go. Another slide. Here we go. Request a mentor. No, we had that. Yeah, keep an eye on the chat. We can start breakout rooms now if you would like to. Breakout rooms are there to meet a meditation practitioner who's done it for a while and help you, or you can also hold off until the end of the Q&A. And today's Q&A is going to be a little different. So I'd like to ask my presenters back, but at the same time, I would like to invite a person, a seeker, we call them sometimes, who has already had an experience. And it is so nice to hear from new people how they have settled, what they have experienced. So maybe we can have, let me see, Garima on standby. She's already here. There she is. Hello.
Hello, thank
Nice
you so
to meet
much.
you. Hello. Hello, Garima. Tell me where you are. Where are you in this big wide world?
I'm originally I'm from India, but I'm living in UK since 20 years in Birmingham.
Birmingham. Wonderful. Thanks for joining us and thanks for being so brave to come on the call. It's not a given. Do you
Thank
want to share a little bit your journey, maybe how it started and how your meditation has changed?
Yes, of course. First of all, I will bow down to Shri Mataji, and we just did 21 days meditation with her energies. And I'm really, really very thankful to all of the volunteers because you all did sincerely, and punctuality and the discipline, and wow, amazing. And all the and
Fine.
all the musicians, wow, with the amazing energies, whenever they were playing instruments. Like all the time, I was having very high vibrations as soon as they start their instrument. So yeah, it is so lovely that I got privileged to join this 21 days Sahaja Yoga meditation. I'm already so I would like to share my experience. Actually, I'm already in meditation since 4 years. So as soon as I started meditation, my life changed. So many transformation happened with me. And as soon as I joined Sahaja Yoga, so what happened? Like my quality of meditation has been improved a lot. So thoughtless state and everything. Like so now I'm doing meditation very less, but that is very very good quantity, like quality. I mean to say. So I'm not practicing in morning and in night time. Just I'm doing with you guys between 7 to 8, and I am feeling full of energy. And what I feel, the things which I was procrastinating since long back, like I really wanted to start my yoga and walking every day. So last 7 8 days, suddenly, what I felt, I'm doing yoga every day. I'm going for walk every day because my meditation time reduced because of the quality has been improved. And it is such a wonderful experience. And with that, I must say that, when I'm using that foot soak, so with that, what's happening, I felt with food soak and the wonderful meditation classes, my sleeping is like getting much better. I'm getting sound sleep and I'm going to bed early. Usually I used to go to bed 11:30 or 12 o'clock. And I was really thinking since 2 months that, oh, I need to go to bed by 10 or 10:30 at least so that I can get a good sleep, because I need to wake up every day in morning 5:30, 6 o'clock to make like for a school runs and everything. So so I'm feeling full of energy whole day, super productive, doing and being very happy in bliss. So even when I'm going for walk, so I feel to go for walk in on my company only, and I'm just enjoying nature, and I'm just in. I was in all that most of the time. I'm in mindfulness in the present moment and not thinking anything, like otherwise, like so sometimes we think about past and future, so mostly still I'm not that in that position, that totally thoughtlessness, but yeah, it's quite reduced, so mostly it's 50, 60, 70%. I'm in my present moment only sometimes I'm thinking about past and future, so feeling so blissful, and I'm so happy that I have joined Sahaja Yoga, and seriously, I'm so thankful to all of you. Very grateful. And yeah, that's my experience. Thank you. Thank you so much
That's
for
wonderful
giving me
to
the
hear.
chance.
Thanks for sharing that. The length of meditation is a good point, because I think sometimes people might be confused. How long should I sit? I guess it depends on what the quality is, like you said, what the quality of your meditation is. So if you really feel very blissed out already in 10 minutes, that might be sufficient. Sometimes you might sit an hour and you might not get far. But even then, I noticed, even if I thought my meditation quality wasn't deep, even after a longer period of time, still I'm more stable in my day-to-day life. That was my experience. But yeah, you meditate more in the evening. Try 5 or 10 minutes in the morning. I need it personally, because when I go out into the world, I want to be protected. That's why I do it in the morning. And when I come home at night, I want to clear out and shed with the foot soak all the stuff that I've accumulated. So that's why we do morning and evening. But it's brilliant if you join all these sessions here. Did you join every day, every
Yeah,
single day?
every day, every
Ah,
day. And
amazing.
universe also supported me. I didn't need to go anywhere because most of the time in evening, on weekends I have to go out. But luckily in weekdays and weekends, I was so happy that I didn't miss any single class.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Garima. This was wonderful. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Please do join us for the next session too, for the
Yeah,
next.
yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd love to invite somebody named Sarah. She also has something to share. And my panelists, don't go home. Are you already home? Don't go anywhere. We still need you later. Hello, Sarah. Hello. You're muted. Do you want to unmute yourself? There
Can
you
you
go.
hear me?
Yes, yes. Hello. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. So I'm very, very new to meditation. I'm very new to mindfulness. I've tried it in November, but I wasn't able to get anywhere. Then I thought, okay, I'll Google how to meditate, guided meditation. And by pure luck, the universe have brought me to you guys.
That.
Literally, it was a Sunday session, and I was in the meditation room, and I just started to declog all the trauma, like I was crying nonstop for no reason. I
Oh,
don't know
thanks.
why.
Mm.
And then I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to sit with this, and this is definitely for me.
Mhm.
Then I found another group, Sahaja Yoga as well locally. They do it at lunchtime, so I joined them for a while, and we do meet on Wednesdays evening as well. But when you guys have the 21 days meditation classes, I've joined almost every day. The days I miss, I watch it in the evening because
Oh.
I'm from Canada. So
Oh, you're in
right now,
Canada. That's what I'm wanting to ask you, where you're located.
Yeah, I'm in Canada and in Ontario. So right now it's 4:20 here.
Hey,
Right?
okay.
So
Ontario.
through this journey, I must say I am so grateful for everyone, the whole team, how you guys coordinated all the meetings, the sound, the music, the musicians, the presenters, the materials. I printed them all out. I have a little booklet now.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I'm like right in.
Oh.
I find that it's through your meditation process, it's helping me heal. It's helping me forgive myself, and it's helping me realize that, to find my pure self, and it's helping me to be less analytical, be in the present, and be my young childish self again, and that makes me feel very happy.
Oh,
Do
that's
things that I, that I never were, like, you're too busy to do as an adult. You got so much obligations, right? That you forgot how to be innocent again and to have fun, just leisurely. So through this process, I'm finding myself again and living in the present and not planning, just one step in front of the other. And it's really making me feel very grateful to the universe that have brought me to you guys.
Well, we're happy to have you. Look at you. What a wonderful addition. Did you find people in person near you, or do you have a mentor?
I do have a mentor, but she's in the Caribbean, and I'm
Oh,
super grateful.
Go visit. I'm joking.
I don't want to call her out.
You need it. You need it.
And we do have a group in person, Sahaja team in persons that we meditate together on Wednesdays. However, I find they are very, very busy. They're very, very busy. That I would like to have more one-on-one engagement, because I find that because I research a lot of things, I've read a lot of things, and I want to more deep dive into it, because I started to feel certain sensations and I don't know how to read it. But through guidance with the materials that you guys have, I'm able to cipher it a little bit better. And I would really like to meditate with someone in person, right? Just to feel the energy.
It's a different thing one-to-one. So good you have a mentor. That's great that your mentor covers that part. And
Yes.
collective meditation, it just generally does raise the vibrations also to a new level. Let me just quickly go to the word mindfulness. So Sahaja Yoga is actually not mindfulness. Actually, it's more mind emptiness, isn't it? Mind freeness. But there is a lot of terms out there that can be confusing for somebody who joins. And mindfulness is one that is very often used. I don't know too much about it, but I know it's not Sahaja Yoga meditation. So for you to pick this over something else, what would you say, just as a last question, was the as I said, there is a lot of things out there that may sound similar. What made you stay here?
It was the energy, it was a vibration where I was able to feel everybody, and it was able to immediately declog me for whatever channel, that whatever chakra that was reaching, it declogged that. And I was like, I've never been able to feel that with anything else. I was never able to sit still. My mind was always racing. I was never able to even go into like a few seconds of thoughtlessness. Right? Here I am able to go into a few seconds here and there, and then there's thoughts, but then I'm learning to let it pass or observe it. Right? And that's one of the main reason why I'm like, okay, you know what? This is the one. Because I'm a very controlled person. I'm never able to just all of a sudden cry for no reason, right? Or just like just having that feeling of no emotions, but you're just crying. You're just like letting it go, right? And yes, I am crying. I'm not gonna say like like I'm too embarrassed to say things, but like I'm okay. For all the seekers out there, if you haven't reached that moment yet, you will. Just have faith. It will come. It will help you heal in so many ways that you don't even know. So
this is amazing. Thank you so much, Sarah, for showing that, sharing that, and being so honest. And well, we need you back in the panel. A good talker. Fantastic. We have actually people who joined 21 days and now they're in roles like take help and all sorts of things, and very, very involved in. We have one here in Austin. She joined from 21 days and she's super involved, one of the top singers now in our group. So hang in there, join us, and I hope to see you in person sometime soon. Also,
Yes.
Garima. Thank you so much. I think we have time for one more if Basia is there. Thank you so much, Sarah. If Basia is around, it would be great to have her in the panel and hear from her experience. One thing we can look out for is if things cost money. This may sound now a little bit direct, but if things cost money that should be natural, then you should already have a little bit of a red flag up. Sahaja Yoga is free and always will be free of charge for that very reason, because it's something you own yourself. It's you don't pay for getting birth or giving birth. This is the most natural thing in the world, the next step in our evolution. So let's have discrimination. Let's have some discretion in what we pick and what we do. And like Sarah showed so nicely, what do I really feel? What's my experience? What's the outcome? Not what other people say it should be. So do we have Basia ready or not? If Basia is not here, we can ask my two gentlemen to join. I want them back. Well, they're here.
Hey everyone.
Hi.
Nice to hear your story, Sarah. It was very nice.
Amazing. It's the
Yeah.
best, actually. I remember when we started in America, we had 21-day sessions that were, wait for it, 3 hours long, because we had 1 hour of program and 2 hours of open mic. It was sometimes absolute crazy. Everybody came on and off, but it was actually to see the people out there and their reactions and also the imperfections, which is fantastic. Just these imperfections are all over the place. What is this and what am I doing? And I loved it. It gives us so much back. And it also reminds of how it was before, right? How is it for you, Ajit? What made you even join meditation? What made you seek meditation and what did you gain?
Good question. Well, mine is a little bit different story, I would say, because I was brought into Sahaja Yoga meditation by my parents when I was only 2.
Okay, you had no option. You
I didn't have
totally
much of an
different
option.
challenge. Different
I
challenge.
didn't have much of an option till I grew up and was a teenager, and then I had to choose for myself, because when I went for higher studies, I was staying alone, and then obviously you face the question whether it means anything for you and so on, and then that's where actually I started doing meditation for myself, I would say, because earlier I would do it okay because everybody was doing it, I was accompanying my parents and so on and so forth. But this was, let's say, something which I realized then and there, that I have something which was very precious, because it was helping me, because when I was alone, I felt the need for sitting alone, going into my own silence, which when I was with my parents living there, I never felt, because we were sort of pulled into the train and I was just following it. So this was I would say, my own experience, and that's how I continued. And I would say that was the turning point.
And it probably didn't come without challenges, right? The transition.
Of course. I was alone in Mumbai, which is a very dense city with a huge population, a lot of noise, and I was in a students' hostel and with a lot of weird students and so on and so forth. So of course it was challenging.
It is. And I think it's really important to mention at one point, because we have, especially in 21 days here in the European session, a lot of young people who have grown up from pretty much birth with Sahaja Yoga meditation. And their journey is very different than, say, for somebody like me who came at 19, which is still kind of an awkward age to join, or somebody who came at 40. Everybody has a different challenge. How was it for you, Nicola?
It was a mix. Actually, I have both stories, as you just mentioned. So, when I was born, my parents were doing Sahaja Yoga,
I also.
but they dropped when I was 5. So, I was born in Sahaj, but I grew up out of Sahaj.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't even remember it existed actually growing up. And then I found it again when I was 21. And um, I remember I saw it and I was like, that is familiar. Maybe it was like some old religion of my parents. That's what I had in mind. That it was like some kind of a and and I just went in, because somehow yeah, I was a bit curious. And then I had an amazing experience. I was already meditating since 3 years when I found it, and I had traveled a bit to try many different practices, but at the end I realized that doing it by myself was much better. Like wherever I traveled, I found groups who were kind of mm, treating spirituality um, as an information to learn. So they knew mentally a lot of things about it, but I could feel it's like someone who, let's say, I read every single book about a specific instrument, but I don't play it. So I always had this feeling that, had more become a matter of like intellectual debates rather than like a real experience. So I end up just sitting by myself and trying to connect with my soul. And then when I found this group, which is now, which I'm now here, uh, I really met amazing people. That's the first thing that struck. I was like, wow, these people are special. Like I could see joy bubbling out of them. I could see the eyes sparking with, just peace and uh, and innocence. So I was curious, and then I was thinking, why did my parents drop this? And I had also but I was just curious to meet the people, and because I was already very satisfied with just the experience by myself. And then yeah, I meditated a couple of times, and I had very nice experiences. As one of the experience before, like that were shared, my meditation improved incredibly. And so I started again, and then I got my parents to start practicing it again. So it's I kind of brought my parents into Sahaj, found Sahaja Yoga, and was born in Sahaja Yoga all in one. All in one. So yeah, I had the secret experience of finding it. I was actually 22, but at the same time, I also have some memories of being very young, and my 4 or 5, and my parents going to pick up Shri Mataji from the airport. And even if I was like a kid, I still, but it's funny because I didn't remember I had this memory till when I find it. No, it's like, imagine there is a family friends which is very close, but you don't see it for 50 years, and you only see it till the age of 2 or 3. It looks familiar, but you can still not connect. So I only kind of discover my memories about it when I found it again.
That's amazing. It just makes me want to say that the spiritual journey is our own, and whatever the circumstances, it's going to be full of roadblocks. It's going to be full of detours, and it's going to be really important to hold on to our experience and what we feel, because the person who may have brought you to comes to Sahaja Yoga may have left. It very often happens. People come and go, and whatever, but that's their journey, and that you found it back again and you connected was what you felt, what was really your experience, rather than what people say. When we have this exercise where we say, Mother Kundalini, please remove my conditionings. For a long time, I didn't understand what conditionings are, but this is part of it. Identifying with the family, with the environment, with the country, the background, all these things. We learn to detach and read it and just listen to our spirit. And our journey may look very, very different from somebody else's journey. And that's how it is. Thanks for sharing that. So before we end this session, which is really a lovely session having you seekers, Ajit, one more thing about your music. I think people are interested about your music. But before we talk about your music, I just want to point out as a musician myself, that the sarangi is a fretless instrument. That means you do not have like a guitar that you know where to put your fingers. So playing in tune is not a given. That means playing in tune, really finding the note. You play so superbly in tune, and playing so superbly in tune, it really makes a difference on the vibrations. Just saying that, I feel it. So just wanted to point that out and applaud you for
Thank you very much. Thank you very
started
much.
the same instrument years ago and left it, and here you go and you whiz past and just become a master, and it's amazing.
Thank you so much. It's very generous what you say. Thank you very much.
It's just the truth. It's just the truth. So please tell us a tiny little bit more maybe about your raga, about your, and how this playing this music helps your meditation.
Yeah. So very, very good question. So the raga which I played is called Darbari Kannada. It was popularized. So it's a very, very ancient raga and was believed to be popularized by a great musician who was used to sing in the courts of the King Akbar, who is very well known in India. And so he was in the 16th century. And this raga is extremely meditative, and I believe you probably have felt that when during my rendition. This raga is connected to the last chakra here, which is the Sahasrara, and so you will be able to guess that different chakras have different ragas associated with them, and this raga particularly resonates with the last center, and which is the center where we meditate upon repeatedly in this session. Everybody has told you to put your attention here, and Shri Mataji also was repeatedly asking to see whether we were feeling the cool breeze on the top of the head. So this raga is actually nurturing, let's say, this last center, which is the Sahasrara, and therefore by its own very nature it's very meditative. So in case you want to follow on the YouTube also, you look for Rag Darbari, and you will find many masters who are playing that or singing that, and you can use it for your meditation.
That's amazing. So when you play, what do you feel? What do you think? Do you not you get yourself in meditation with your own playing?
Yes, I think this is a raga which takes you immediately when you start off with that slow rendition of going from one note to the next one very peacefully, and then you bring in a lot of silence, because you probably noticed that there were passages where there was a lot of silence there. I was just feeling that silence, and the note would follow after that, and it was just the way I was feeling it that I played. So yeah, what you say, it's meditative, and I was also feeling the same while playing it. I don't know whether I'm able to express it, but I mean, yeah.
It was beautiful. A raga, for those who don't know, is similar to a Western scale. The only difference is you pick the notes on the way up and the notes on the way down, and has more rules. So it takes quite a while. But what's interesting is about a rendition like the one you did is that the way you introduce every note is almost like the Kundalini going up the chakras. And usually you first go lower, which again we do because the Muladhara is below the Kundalini start. So first you go into the lower notes slowly, and then you move your way up. Yeah. And note by note, we also may know that the sa, re, ga, they are actually sitting on our chakras. And like that, every energy center is slowly introduced until you hit the high sa, which is above your head. Sa, the octave. And when you played that, this is always like, when you hit that, you kind of introduce it slowly, and then bang, it's there. It's kind of like a relief. It's kind of like there we are, home, and it's all the way up there. Yeah. So I don't know if people want to learn more about Indian music. We have a lot of Indian music on these courses because it's a very balanced sort of music and a very mature, evolved sort of music. So, but we still also do classical and all sorts. So anyways, thank you so much, Ajit, and thank you, Nicola, for your story. That was really interesting to hear, and your lovely meditation. We've come to the end of our session, 21 days. Let's meet back in April 9th. All of us, come and join us, do your homework, and meet you back with fresh spirits. And if you want to join a breakout room at this point, it's possible. We still have a couple of people here. A bunch are already in breakout rooms. So go ahead. And for the remainder of this session, let's just stay thoughtless and listen to the wonderful music that our tech people put on for us. Thank you so much, and see you back in April.
Thank you.
Bye.